Hey, how's everybody doing? So it's kind of a crazy scenario today because unfortunately my Instagram and stuff was not working, so I couldn't get all the slides and videos and promotion going like I wanted to. So we're gonna hope for the best, right? And so
Love
I
it.
got today we're gonna do a little bit something different. So today, of course, always my right hand co-host Baker. What's going on, Baker?
It's happening, bud. It's gotta love the technology.
Oh yeah, you gotta love it. I mean, what will we do without it, right? And then today we have a new co-host, Matthew Kennedy. How you doing, sir?
Pretty good. How you doing?
What's up, buddy?
Pretty good. It's been a little crazy today, but pretty damn good. You know. So, so Matthew, what you just don't, let's open up and just tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right. So you talk about social media. So I'm brand new to social media. So up until about, I'd say 4 months ago, I had
Right.
no social media, no Facebook, no Instagram, no nothing. My
Right.
brother and I started talking about starting something on YouTube, uh, talking about long beards. We see a lot of stuff about short beards. Long beards are a different animal to maintain.
Right.
So we've started recording content about how to maintain long beards, not just long beards, all beards.
Right.
But so we've got a YouTube channel, Heritage of Maine, where we do reviews, we give tips and tricks. I think we've both been bearded for the last 12 years apiece, up until recently, where he just shaved his 3-year-old beard to go to a family wedding.
Right.
So, yeah, so just a little bit of everything.
Hey, that's not bad.
Nice.
So what is the name? You still doing the what is the name of the channel?
Heritage and Maine.
Heritage and Maine. Okay.
Yep.
All right. You guys he definitely go support it, Heritage and Maine. So today we having a new company for me, new company I try, Recoil, veteran owned company. What do you guys think if we bring him in? You
Yeah,
know?
let's
Sounds
get it
good.
going.
Hey Richard, how you doing, sir? Can you hear us?
Yes, sir. Can y'all hear
All
me?
right, now we can hear
Yep.
you. Yes,
Yeah, there
sir.
you go.
All right.
Yep.
Sorry, I had to jump on my cell phone. It wouldn't work on my laptop for some reason.
That's okay. Listen, we've been there. We've been there. So
Yes.
Richard is the owner of a company called Recoil. Recoil. So how you doing, Richard?
I'm doing great, man. How you guys doing?
Pretty good.
Good.
Good. Good.
No,
So
no issues. We got a couple people in the chat, so
yep, go ahead,
we'll
Baker.
we'll get a bigger audience. I know we will. But we got 30 Straight J. What's up, buddy? And we got True North Chris.
Chris.
How you doing? Thanks for coming in.
Yes, sir.
So awesome.
Yep. I was telling Matthew that I had a lot of problems with with my Instagram and advertising this week. My Instagram and YouTube wasn't linking in. So, you know, and for everybody that's here, they just joined in. So Matthew Kennedy's a new co-host for the show that we are, for the show, and he also had tried Recoil before. So, and he had done a review on Recoil, and I figured why not, a better a thorough opinion, right, Baker?
Yes. Yeah, if
So,
he's tried it, I haven't tried it yet. So
right,
I looked at the website. I thought that was pretty cool.
right,
Um, the different names and stuff like that. And um, basically, it's a funny story. So I used to be on a dart team, and our name was just the tip, not just the tip. And you have a set named after that.
right.
That's our date night
Different kind
set.
of aspect.
Right.
Hey, we got Frickin' Frack that just came in, Jay Summers and Ray
Ray
Smokey. Thank you
Smokey.
for coming in.
Thank you. So, um, so Richard, guess why you don't tell us a little bit about yourself, about your background? I know there's some stuff that you cannot go in details, and I definitely respect that. But if you could tell us a little bit of what you do, who you are, the ideas, we definitely would love it.
Absolutely. I kind of got I guess you would say a little bit of a long story. I joined the military right after September 11th. Did 4 years, had a great time, met a lot of awesome people. Decided to get out and take advantage of the Montgomery GI Bill. Went to school, got my finance degree. Dabbled in corporate America. I was actually a financial advisor for 10 years.
Okay.
Got into real estate investment. And then a buddy of mine, he owns a security company. They do security consulting. He's actually with a band right now. He's the tour security director.
Right.
He's been in the band for probably 30 years. Everyone's heard of him. And he hit me up one day and said, "Hey, buddy, I could use some help. Can you come do a security event with me at Comic-Con?" And so that's kind of how that
Nice. Nice.
So that was definitely interesting, but that kind of started my path into security consulting. And for the last 10 years, I've been in some shape, some form on security consulting, typically in the music industry, done stuff with, comedians.
Right.
As far as musicians go, I can't really talk about what musicians I've worked with, but, if you go top country, top 10 musicians right now, I've probably worked with them, in the hip hop world, pop, you name it.
Right.
Last year I was on a tour with the musician, probably number one in the bluegrass world. And then just recently, this last year, I'm with a new musician, and I'm on tour with them. Like I said, I can't say who I'm working with, but they're definitely Grammy Award winning, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Guarantee you know all their songs. And so, just doing
very nice
and doing cool stuff.
So you're pretty busy, and I'm pretty sure you see some crazy stuff too.
All the time, man. Insane.
So, what branch of the military do you serve?
I was Air Force. I did 4 years in there.
Okay. All right, boy. Thank you for your service first. I just want to say that up front.
My business partner, actually, his name's Blaine, and he did 20 years in the Air Force as well. He was security forces.
Right.
He also works in a security consulting fashion as well. He's with oil and gas.
Okay.
Nice.
That's no joke right there, because in 2012 I did I worked for the oil and gas, and that's some serious stuff right there.
There's big money in that.
Oh yeah, definitely. So where do you live at?
I reside in Castle Rock, Colorado.
Castle Rock, Colorado. All right.
Born and raised.
All right. So where did this whole idea of Recoil come from?
It's crazy, man. So I've had a beard for about a decade now.
Right.
I shaved it off once. My wife didn't recognize me, and my daughter cried. So I decided I better grow it back.
I've been there.
Yeah, just like everybody else, when you start growing a beard, you don't really know anything about it. So you figure you need to put some product in there. So you go to all your local stores and, you buy beard butter, beard balm, beard oil, all that kind of stuff. And, after a decade of trying everything, I realized the majority of the stuff that you can buy locally is pretty much garbage.
Yeah.
All the best stuff I found was online. And so, me and my buddy, we found a product we really, really liked, good beard butter, good beard oil, but it wasn't exactly perfect. It was probably 90% perfect. It was the best stuff I could. And, in my line of work, I do 18-hour days. And so by the end of the day, my beard is out to here. And, I needed something with a little bit more hold. I needed something that didn't have a whole lot of shine. And so we just started reverse engineering, the best stuff that we could find, started looking at whatever their ingredients were. And the whole real mission was we were going to just develop our own stuff to use for personal use.
Right.
And, we went down that entire rabbit hole and came up with the formula as far as beard butter and beard oil goes that, I felt was superior. to what I could find out there. And then we're like, dude, we got a legitimate product. This might be something we could go down the path with and turn it into a business. And that's kind of what happened, man.
Yeah. I mean, it is. It's let me ask you this, just off topic. What was your first company you ever tried? Not small batch.
Not small batch?
Yeah, like either Walmart or
Oh, yeah, dude,
and then that same question for Matthew, because I already know about Baker, but Matthew is a new person coming in. So not out of Walmart. Was it out of Walmart or Amazon? And do you remember what was it?
I don't remember the first one, but I do remember I tried Duke Cannon.
Okay.
And I think that was like probably at a Target or something, or Walgreens had a better selection.
Oh yeah, yeah.
As far as stuff goes, I just wasn't impressed, man. It was like super greasy, didn't hold. This is 10 years ago. There wasn't a ton of beard butters. It seemed like it was mostly balm. My beard wasn't big enough to have a balm, but I still used it.
Right. What about you, Matthew?
Yeah, mine was the same way. So it was probably 5 or 6 years of having a beard and it just being total chaos.
Right.
Before I even came across something online. And the earliest I can remember is probably the Honest Amish.
Okay.
That's
which
solid.
it's a solid product. Found it online, gave it a try. And I was like, I guess that's where my, beard product journey took off.
Right. Man, mine was I think it was called Revolution or something like that. And I got it out of Amazon. Beer Revolution, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. And then Willie.
Yeah.
That Willie was the and I gotta tell you that wash and beer wash and beer conditioner, and I thought that stuff was the best because my beer was soft with the wash and the conditioner, and then of course I started listening to Dan C. That's who I heard about small batch and stuff like that, and the first small batch that I ordered from was Beer Def. I remember which one was it was the vanilla one. And he was the first one, and then a few more from him, and then I went the rabbit hole. Right, I haven't even looked at Walmart. I mean, I do. I go by intentionally. I go by Walmart just to look and see what they have. Right, just to look, just to see. That's Dr. Swatch for the beer wash and Every Man's Jack, all that stuff, and I seen this quick funny story, man. Because I was at Walmart and this guy with a beer, he had a pretty decent sized beer for the beginning, and he was looking at some stuff. I think it was a Jack or Beer Willie's. It was something, mass produced, right? And I'm standing right there, and I just wanted to don't do it. Yeah, it was funny, man. It was funny.
Dude, you want to hear a funny story? So I tried everything, man. I was like, I tried hairspray. I tried everything you could imagine. I came across this bird, but it was for your palm and like the heels of your foot. And it was like an almond butter and it had like milk or some other crap in it. I kid you not, it wasn't made for beards, but I probably rocked that stuff for probably a year, dude. It's pretty legit, actually.
Yeah, that's all essential, I think, right? I think, yeah.
But
I don't see any harm in that.
It smelled good. It kept my beard, in place. And I was like, it was better than any of the beard stuff that I could currently find in the stores.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. So,
stuff.
So, what I wanted to know was, so you started because you couldn't find anything. That seems to be a lot of the owners, that say that. So, what do you think the industry is going towards more now, since you've been in it?
It's all commercial stuff. I still prefer like the small batch type stuff, to be honest. It seems like it's a better, higher quality. The things that I didn't like about it personally, And I don't have a giant beard. I don't have a giant beard like Matthews, but you know, I wanted something that still looked good come 11 p.m. You know what I mean? Where my beard still kept its. I didn't want too much shine, and it seemed like all the beard products all smelled the same. You know, and I've said this before. It all smells like cigar, leather, bourbon, all those typical scents. And so I was looking for something that, you know, kept my beard in place. I didn't have a ton of shine. I wasn't glistening out in the sun, and something that smelled good. Where, you know, my wife was like, "Damn, that smells good. It doesn't smell like, you know, cigars and leather."
Yeah.
But as far as the industry goes, it's you know, there's the commercial aspect. You know, like Live Bearded, they do make a quality product. They're becoming huge. You know, good for them.
Right.
But, you know, as far as the stuff that you find in the stores, I probably would stay away from it. I would stick to the stuff that you find online. It's just better quality.
Right. Just read
Yeah.
that.
A quick story. So, I'm in Pennsylvania, and honestly, people around here they have beards, but it's a small area that I'm in. They don't seem like they take care of it. So last night I was working with a buddy of mine, and he has a nice starter beard, and I said, just, you know, for instance, what do you use? You know, he says, well, I use my wife's shampoo and conditioner. And I don't like oil because it makes it shiny and this and that and stuff. I pick up the beard butter from a big box store or whatnot. So I said to him, I said, do me a favor. All right. Nobody will take me up on this around my area. I have samples. I'm going to give you samples of some small batch companies and tell me if you know a difference. And so Monday, I have 2 bags full of samples because I get samples. Bishop sends me stuff. You know, it's like, you know, I got, you know, ton of stuff. And I'm hoping that'll open the door to more people, and, you know, that would shop small batch instead of spending, I don't know, $14-15 on junk when you can spend $20 and have great stuff.
Yeah.
100%.
That's the thing too, is a lot of people that I run into and at work or just on the street that stop me and say, "Hey, nice beard." I carry samples with me most of the time, hand out samples. Either I'm wearing the clothing and they ask me what it's about. The thing is, you got to realize that $20, even for a beard, so say $20 for a beard oil,
Right.
for a beard my length, if I use it at night and in the morning, it's going to last you over a month.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that $20, and I mean, it's an investment if you look at it. I mean, you're putting money into it to keep it as healthy as you can. And so why settle for which I understand that those types of products that are at Publix and Walmart and things like that, that if you need them, they're there. But I try to let people know that there's other companies out there, that there's other people that are making great products.
Right.
Richard, I mean, I've handed one of yours, I handed to a buddy of mine, and I said, you just got to try it. He's not a big, I see the scents are going all over the place. Right. I mean, you got scents now that are berries, and you talk Bearded Death. Bearded Death has got some good stuff. That you got, what was it? Bananas and cream.
Yeah.
Which sometimes I like those scents, but sometimes I want to go to a traditional scent that's more of a sandalwood or something like that. But back to my story, I gave a buddy of mine, I think it was the 300 Blackout, and I said, just try it. And his beard, a little bit crazy. I said, just try it. Here's the beard oil. Took it. Within 2 days, he came back to me and he was like, I came out of the shower the first night and my wife was like, what is that smell? He was nervous because he thought she was going to like, oh, what is that smell? No, it was the other way around.
Right.
She was like, that whatever you got on smells amazing. Is that new cologne? And he said, no, it's beard oil. And she's like, what? And so, I mean, it makes a huge difference.
Yeah. Yeah. My first part of my journey with the beard, I didn't use nothing. It was terrible. My beard was terrible. I went to a competition and basically hooked up with Honest Amish. They were sponsoring a beard competition, and I came in third place. I don't know how, but came in third place, and So I got a little gift basket, a bag or whatever, and that's how my journey started there. And I was like, okay, my beard's feeling better now. Let me see. You type in YouTube beard, Dan C shows up, a couple other people, and I started watching videos and getting more into podcasts and basically getting turned on to better companies. And my beard, hey, this is number 10 in the world goatee right here.
That's right. Yeah.
That's badass.
Yep. That is.
So it's nice, even using better products to comb your beard. I wish more people would understand that, like you just said, it is an investment. You don't want a dirty, gnarly beard on your face, especially your significant other doesn't want that either.
Right. Hey, so Kenny, Chris from True North, he say, Heritage and Maine, what is your email? And your channel link does not work.
All right, Chris, I'll send it to you on Instagram. I'll send you my email and I'll send you the channel link. We'll get you hooked up.
Nice.
Yep. So it's funny how we all start somewhere. Listen, I had a buddy of mine, and I do. That's Baker got a. Baker said something. I like to spread the word on the beer oil. I mean, when I get products from companies, I can't use them. I can't use the whole bottle because I got other companies. You know what I mean? It's impossible. So why would I just keep them on the shelf just for it to go down, right, and get bad, or use them once every 2-3 months, because that happens. Anyways, so I have a big box, probably like this big, and it's almost full of oil, and so when I am at 150, it's either 3 or 58, I can't remember. When I get to the 200, probably before I get that, I'm gonna do 2 mystery boxes giveaways, right? And I'm gonna put it in there and just do a giveaway. Probably I'm gonna do one next week, and then another one after that. But
Nice.
so it's just but it's funny because I have a buddy, another brother buddy of mine that he's here, Jay Summers, and I've been telling him about, he's a veteran. I've been telling him about your product. So I told him, I said, hey man, after I record the review, I'm gonna send you some of the oil so you could try it because he's good, because we were talking about it, about veterans, veteran-owned company that I like to support and stick to it. And he's a veteran, so I was, but it's that's to tell you how good this community is. I told Baker, I said, hey man. He goes, don't send me no more. I was gonna send him another bag, package, because when I send him a package, it's not just 1 or 2. I just load him up with like 10, 15 bottles, right?
Yeah.
So, but it's just it's just funny.
So Richard, what's your most popular scent?
Honestly, it's just the tip.
Yep.
That's our date night scent. I mean, it's, as far as sales go, it's probably 50% more just on that one scent compared to the other ones. It definitely has a cologne scent to it. Everybody that I've gave samples to, everybody loves the scent on it. It smells good. It's let me see what the base notes. The biggest one is the cologne, bergamot, and vanilla.
Yep.
Nice.
And so really, I was going for more of a cologne scent on that one. And that's by far more sales on just the tip than any of the other ones I got so far.
The combination on you get the bergamot, you get the sandalwood, but you get the bergamot and the vanilla right in the middle, and it kind of blends in perfectly. Yeah. I do have to say, this is my favorite one out of all of them. Nice. This is my favorite one.
Yeah, that's something new I did on my review for Recoil. I've done reviews for other companies, but something new I did on Recoil was I let my 14-year-old or 13-year-old daughter smell it and gave me 2 words of the first thing you smell. And the first thing she smelled was vanilla.
Yep.
Now this is her take on it. And
Yeah.
the way I smell them, so a lot of the beard oils that I try, to include Recoil, have the initial hit. So when you put it on, you get that initial hit of scent. And so my initial hint was sandalwood.
Right.
Yeah.
After the day wore on, I went to the gym, went to work, did my other stuff. I'd get hints of like spicy vanilla.
That's what I get too.
It's got a little, it's not your regular vanilla. It's got a little kick to it that just keeps you just keep, what is that smell? Oh, it's my
Right.
beard. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
so that's what, through all of his scents, Richard's scents, that's what I did, is let my daughter smell them before I did the review and recorded it. And I think it gives a different perspective.
Right.
My smell is different than somebody else's smell.
You know what I did? One of my
Yeah.
one of
We
my
all got
videos.
different.
You know, one of my videos that I did on YouTube, I did a blindfold test. And I'm telling you, if you get the chance, you got to do a blindfold test.
Okay.
You have somebody, you blindfold yourself, and you have somebody. You can't touch the bottle. I mean, you could touch the bottle. You can't touch the dropper, because some of the droppers, you could tell by the dropper, and if the bottle's different, of course. But you just smell it, and you either have to guess the scent profile or the company. And it's a little harder than what you think.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I did it.
Definitely.
I did it for. I did it with my son, and it was supposed to be, if I lose, he will get something, and if I won, he get to watch my car. I think it was out of 10 oils, I guess I missed 2.
Dang.
And it was hard. It was hard. And can I tell you something? The ones I missed were the easiest ones too. They were some of the easiest ones. So
Nice. So your logo, I really like. I like the whole aspect of it, staying with the military and kind of the names and everything. I really do like that. My father was a veteran. He was in the Vietnam War, and actually, my daughter is at boot camp right now at the National Guard.
Nice.
Yeah, so I was never privileged to serve, but it's in my family, it's in my blood, and I support anything veterans do. So you'll be seeing an order from me pretty soon here.
Very cool. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, we're definitely we kind of went down the rabbit hole on all these different names. We wanted to kind of stick with more of like a military, firearm type theme. I came up with a really good name. I'm not even going to tell you what the name is. It was money. I can tell you, I even bought the domain name. I own the domain. And then I Googled, and there's a beard company, and they don't even own the domain name. So really? If you're watching and you don't own your domain name, I'll sell it to you. But
man, that's funny.
Yeah, we went with Recoil Beard. We got the bullets crossing, and then we're trying to stick to every single scent that we're doing. We're coming out with 50 caliber, 357, 7mm. All gonna do straight calibers. I do have a new daylight scent coming out. We're still testing it. I think it's probably 90% perfect right now. But we're gonna go ahead and call that one Bang Bang.
I remember that. You told me about that. Bang Bang.
Makes sense, right?
And listen, it's just the part that you stick with that military team, and it works. It works. I'm telling you. I mean, why change it? If it works, why change it?
Yep.
And you got unlimited names.
Yeah. Oh,
dude.
Yeah.
Unlimited.
All day long. We go 30-06. We go 12 gauge. We can do it all.
Yeah. I thought that was one of the things that drew me to Recoil with the names. So I mean, I brought it up in the review that very clever appeal to men is to name the beard oils after gun calibers.
Oh
yeah. I like that. You could go as simple as even just like hollow points, and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's priceless. You're right.
Full metal jacket.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of new stuff, in the works. We're testing out a bunch of new stuff, and as even after my first few batches that we've done, we're still tweaking, still changing things up a little bit. So you know, even with the new scents coming out, you know, the butter's going to be, you know, tweaked a little bit more, just constantly trying to make it a little bit better. You know, something different with our beard butters. And it might have been just personal because I wanted the hold. With typical beard butters, you don't really see beeswax in it. And so I actually have beeswax in all of our beard butters. You know, and I know that's typically what you see in beard balms. But we just have just enough just for, you know, regular beards, keep your shape. And a lot of that had to go down to, you know, melting points. So a lot of the ingredients, you know, with beard butters, they have like shea butter, they got mango butter, coconut oil. All the melting points on all these are significantly low, especially with like coconut oil. It melts at like 72 degrees, you know, correct me if I'm wrong. But, you know, I found beeswax where, you know, it can, some of them can even melt, you know, as high as 102 degrees.
Right.
If you rub it in, you know, it still can, you know, turn into a nice butter, put it in your beard, keep its shape. And then on a hot day, you know, if the temperature is 100 degrees, your beard still has its shape. So,
there's a few companies out there that they use beeswax and their border is still smooth. I mean, you know, because a lot of I've seen some other companies the opposite to that. They put beeswax on it and you need a pick, you know, to scrape it. I don't like. It's just my personal opinion. I don't like that. I like something that it holds, but you can still scrape it, even if you have to put a little bit of pressure with your finger. You know,
ours is it's a very small percentage of the, you know, the total ratio.
Right.
It's a very small percentage, but it's just enough to get that hold. So,
that's the thing too with the beeswax. You start getting to the high ratio of beeswax, and with a longer beard, you start pulling those hairs out. Even just rubbing like a real thin, like tight wax just to maintain shape. You start pulling it through there, and you will come out with a handful of hair.
Hey, I just want to say I want to give a quick shout out. Beard. That's it. It's a new company. Man, they're awesome. This community is awesome. But this guy was helping me with my new mic. He was the one that told me about the new mic to get it because I guess that other mic that I had, it was cutting in and out. And great. So I just want to say thank you. I really appreciate it. Veteran. It's another veteran-owned company too.
Nice.
So
you find help in all aspects. You know that we're not keeping secrets here and stuff. So you know, it's nice. You know?
So
that's
Richard. Let me ask, and for the chat, if you guys have any questions at all, please feel free to ask. But let's start with what's your carrier blend?
Carrier blend, for beard butter or oils?
For the oils. Let's do both.
Okay, so as far as the oils go, I know you pronounce it jojoba. Is it jojoba or jojoba?
I was always told jojoba, but okay, I don't know.
We'll call it jojoba. I couldn't tell you. So, you know, on the oils, I do jojoba. I do sweet almond oil. I did grapeseed oil. I changed it. I used to do argan oil. Right. But when you compare argan oil to grapeseed side by side, if you do a drop on each finger and just touch the difference,
right?
Argan oil is extremely greasy compared to grapeseed oil.
Yep.
And so that's one thing from when I first started, we did argan oil and I completely switched it up to grapeseed oil because then there's less shine in your beard. You know, it still feels good, still moisturizes your beard. So we went that route. Let me see if I'm missing something. And avocado oil.
Yep, I love avocado oils. One of my favorite oils, man.
Yeah. So avocado oil. Completely eliminated argan oil, and you know, just side by side comparison, it's completely different, man.
Right.
Nice.
And for your butter?
The exact same stuff. So I got my just the tip right here. We have jojoba or jojoba, whatever you want to call it. Got grapeseed oil, avocado oil, sweet almond oil, and then you know, the basic shea butter, coconut, and beeswax.
Okay. That's what I thought. I know that you use shea butter, and I thought that you use coconut butter too, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, and I tried mango butter. I wasn't a fan of it, to be honest with you.
Have you? Now I'm gonna throw this one out there because
Yeah.
it's my favorite one. I know it's expensive, but I know somebody in the chat that love it too. Muru Muru butter.
Say that again.
Muru Muru. It's Muru. Muru Muru butter.
Okay.
It's expensive, but
Okay.
it's super, super, super.
Well, I'll definitely look into it. I want to
yeah.
see like what the melting points are on it.
Yeah.
You know, does it melt in your hands well? But you know, like I said, we're constantly tweaking. We're always trying to make
There's two companies that I know of, two companies that use it. One of them is using it on a liquid butter.
Okay.
And another one is in the works. And Ray Smoke, you know what I'm talking about. It's super, super good. It's one of the best.
I'll definitely look into it.
A lot of companies, I don't know if it's they don't know or they are afraid because it's expensive.
Yeah.
But for one of the biggest companies that we know of that's using it, they selling it. You know what I mean?
Cool.
So, I mean, if the blend is good and it works, in my case, my opinion, I don't mind paying for it because it's good, right?
Heck yeah.
Yeah, he said it. Muru Muru. Yeah, that's what it said.
All right, I'll check it out.
Muru Muru butter. Yeah. How you doing, Santa Toms?
Santa.
Yeah, it is. So I got 4, of course. Just the Tip is my favorite, and then we have 300.
300.
Okay, I don't have my glass. Well, I got my glasses with me, but I couldn't see hardly anything like that. Man. So
let's see if you match my daughter's, Bishop.
Okay, so, all right, let's do that.
All
so the funny thing, when I smell this one, I do get that kind of like the man. So it almost smells like it's a little bit of tobacco there, but it's not. I know it's not.
Mm-hmm.
But I do get that Burger Man and the Vitier on it, kind of light notes on it. But for whatever reason, that's why I had to look twice because I get kind of like a tobacco scent. Like if it wasn't a hint of tobacco, that's the weird for me because it wasn't there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the 300 Blackout is probably our most manliest scent compared to your typical beard scents out there, but it still has, has a cologne type fragrance to it. You know what I mean? But 300 it's solid. I like it. If I was to do my favorites based on the 4 that we've made so far, Just the Tips number 1, 762's number 2, 300. And then 556 is probably my least favorite out of all 4.
So 762. Yeah, I get the lemon. Lemon and to be honest, just because now it's not a bad lemon. When I wear it, when I put it in the beer, it wasn't as strong like when you open in the bottle. Yeah. But I don't know why lemon is not. It's not my typical, so it's not my. It's not my tip. One of my favorites. I got you the first. So I go from Just the Tip, the 300 Blackout, and then 5.5 whatever.
556.
5.6. Yeah. Now this one, this one goes in front of 762 for sure.
Yeah, I think for me the 556 was more towards the top.
Yeah,
really.
I think my daughter, her first initial scent with 556 was Fireball Candy.
Yes,
Atomic
like
Fireball.
The cinnamon Fireball. Yeah, you're right. It just moved up. So 300 Blackout goes to number 3, and that 556 because it's the Fireball. There was something I couldn't tell on it. But it is. Now you said it. It's funny because it does smell like a fireball scent. So perfectly. I will say this perfectly blend because it's not super strong, and I like that.
Nope.
So the 556, that was probably my most challenging. So I was going for a bourbon scent, to be honest.
Right.
it didn't end up that way. The first scent we made, it was off. And so then I was like, okay, I'm going to try to fashion it into more of like a, you know, if you went to a speakeasy and you had a mixologist make you a fantastic old fashioned, that's kind of the route I was going for. A lot of the scents, if you want to keep it natural, if you want to go for a bourbon scent, I can't remember what the essential oil is. You can buy them online, and a lot of people actually put them in beard products. But if you actually research it, the FDA does not recommend putting it in beard products or anything on your face or skin because it could actually harm your skin.
The cinnamon, right?
No, it's
So
a wood.
Oh,
it's
okay.
like a burnt wood scent almost.
Okay.
And
So, I told you this. I will say this. Matthew could probably. I'll give it to you the 556 because it's real easy to mess up cinnamon.
100%.
Yeah, and this. You just told me I smelled it again because it's you get that cinnamon, but it's not super strong, and then at the back end you get, I don't know what it is. I haven't even looked at the scent, but you get like that spicy
peppers.
Like he said, yes.
That's what I got. That's exactly what I have written down is spicy peppers.
It's called benzoin. B-E-N-Z. Benzoin. I forget the spelling of it. It is an essential oil. It's super thick. So I actually have to heat that up to where it's more of a liquid before I can even mix it in to the mixture. But that's the scent is benzoin.
It's crazy that Kenny's Matthew say that because I would have never. I mean, I knew what it smelled like, but I would never guess Fireball.
Yeah,
there's another company, OG company. It's been for a while, and they made a collaboration with Fireball.
Oh,
and
wow.
Don't get me wrong, it was good. I have it. It was good. Well, I don't have it no more. I already used it, but it was good. But it was strong. It was strong. And it was something that you use it, and it was super strong. It come out kicking ass.
Nice.
And this one, it's settled. And I do like that. It's not over powerful. It's settled. When I had it on my beer the first time, it was it kind of mellow in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The other thing that, you know, once I tell you the scent that I put in it, you'll probably recognize a little bit more, but there's actually clove in there as well.
Okay.
There's your cinnamon.
Yep. So now I know this is your last 4 and you got some other ones on the work. Especially Bang Bang. I can't wait till you come out with that one because
it's gonna be money, dude.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it sounds super interesting. And I ask this because I have a lot of friends. They, beer achieve. I'm a fruity guy. I like fruity scents, but not just fruity scents. I like fruity scents mixed with something.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I'm just gonna throw names out there. Some of these biggest company owners, they here mix stuff up, fruity scents with other stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that's the make it or break it out of this tightly, because there's so many new companies coming out every day. You know that.
Yeah.
The make it or break it is a lot of these companies are going with the cedar wood, just all by itself, patchouli and cedar wood, just to save all time, where they used to use that old timers, right? Now the new generation, the companies that are making it are taking risks. You know what I mean? They're taking the chances to mixing stuff up and not be afraid of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what I say. That's the make it or break it companies, that they're making it because they're not going with the same old boring old style, right? Yeah. They're using some old style stuff, but they're making it better, right?
Yeah.
Complex blends.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. So
let me ask a question. This is a question I've often wanted to ask.
Okay.
For everybody, does a beard oil affect your mood? So say you take I don't know, your pineapple coconut, beachy kind of smell, put it in your beard as you go throughout the day. Does it put you on the beach?
100%, man. Like,
Yes.
think about this.
Yes.
Like, y'all been to Vegas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Whenever you go to Vegas, you go to a fancy hotel. You know they pump scents into the HVAC system.
Yep.
Yep.
And those smells, I mean, whenever, if you're on vacation, you got coconut, and it could just be your suntan lotion. Scents completely change everything. So, I'm 100% agree with that.
Right.
Scents can make your day. So that's why I'm all about making good smells that just smell
Yeah.
good. Where, throughout the day, it's like, okay.
Oh yeah. Hey,
Yep.
man, when you get out, so you can be having a bad move, a bad day, a bad week, and or just a bad day because not a bad week. You're having a bad day, and you take a shower and you grab. I don't want to say your best or your favorite company, your favorite oil, but let's say one that's happy. Let's call it happy, a happy one, because there's some of them they're like festive, happy, joyful, right? And you put that compared to, let's call it old fashioned, just to be honest, old fashioned one. Yeah, it's gonna affect you because you're gonna feel like, you know, like good. Also, if it smells good, your wife, your girlfriend, your side chick is gonna say, "Hey, this thing smells good, right?" And that's, I mean, so I've always been a big guy. I always take care of myself, wise, hygiene wise, everything. But I didn't used to, I didn't used to like going to a barbershop to get a haircut, and now religiously, at least every 2 weeks, I have to go sit there and get a haircut because I don't know. Well, I know why, because this what I'm doing. If I look like a hobo, like a bum, right? Who's gonna watch my show? Who's gonna want to be in my show, right? So your persona, like, so it goes to a company owner. Let's say Richard have no beer, right? And he's selling beer oil. Would you buy beer oil from a guy with no beer?
Nope.
Right, exactly. So yeah, it affects a lot. It affects your persona. It affects your, how you feel, how you act. Yeah, I do believe so.
Baker, did it do the same for you?
Yeah.
Well, there's a couple things. So my go-to scent, just about anybody, is barbershop. So everybody puts their little spin on it and stuff like that. So that to me is just like a classic. So it brings up a lot of memories. My grandfather used to take me to get haircuts, and just hang out with the guys, the older gentlemen that were in there and stuff. So that brings up memories for me.
Right.
So that's my go-to. Foodie scent. I have dabbled a little bit into that, but I'm a big guy. I want to eat my beard. It just makes me hungry all the time. Like, but yeah, when you smell good, I believe you feel good, and people notice that difference. That like you're standing a little bit taller, and stuff like that. One of the companies in here just put out a comp. It's called Comp Ready. True North just put it out, and it's weird because I went to World, and Chris wasn't there, but he kind of got the smell of it. It was like, all these dapper dressing wear suits and everything, like Finest Mixed Breed had on, and everybody doing their thing. It's like this fresh kind of gentleman smell, and it kind of captured that memory for me. So a lot of it's memory, and a lot of it is I'm just hungry. I'm going to eat my beard,
So yeah, that's what I think. So we go back to like the 556, and my daughter's saying it smells like Fireball candy. From now on, whenever I smell that scent, I'm gonna think Fireball candy. What did I eat as a kid? I mean, I'm 47 years old. I need anything I can to reminisce the good old days back when I was 12 and 13 years old, eating Fireballs.
Yeah.
So, you know what's funny is a lot of stuff that we put in our beer, Ray Smoky. Now I like that one too. So so it's funny. Some of the scents that we put in our beer, this company, True North, he have this black licorice, and I don't like black licorice, but I like putting it on my beer.
Huh.
That's in that weird. I mean, it's not it's it's there, but it mellows out through the whole day, and it's just like black licorice. I couldn't tell you. Just it feels kind of crazy good, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and I could tell Richard, like with the sense that you guys were just talking about and stuff like that. You know, I could just imagine, you know, my father, you know, with him serving and stuff like that. My daughter doing her journey now and stuff. That I think a couple of those scents are definitely going to kind of hit me and burn a memory.
right,
And the whole just the tip, like I said, my dart team was just
right,
the tip. Uh, even if that don't smell anything like a bar or a dartboard, it's just going to kind of bring back that memory.
Yeah.
Hey, so Jay Somers asks this question. It's a good question. He said, "Have you ever thought about of an oil name for each branch of service?"
So here's the thing. So I've had a bunch of companies in the past, right? And
Right.
the funny thing is, Air Force, Marine Corps, Navy, Army, they're all registered trademarks.
Right.
And so
That's what I was figuring it was. So you have to
I
kind
have to
of
get licensing for all that. Could it
Or-
happen? Yeah, 100%.
or creative.
100%. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I'm all about it. You know, even like, you know, what is it, leathernecks or whatever the case may be, or grunts.
Right.
You know,
Right.
Yeah.
A
you just got to be
nickname.
careful
Right.
on the naming on that stuff as far as licensing goes. But hey, if my company gets big enough, I'll definitely do a partnership. I'm all about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Or even dive into the equipment that they
Right.
use. So I was just sitting here thinking K-bar.
Yeah.
I mean, like I got Air Force stuff behind me. I mean, you could the Warthog, or which I don't know if that's a good name for a beard oil, but you could definitely.
a good one. Do you guys know what a Blue Falcon is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A Blue Falcon, that might be a good one too. A buddy fucker. Sorry, I don't know if I can cuss on your podcast.
And so Born and Beer said not only we were talking about the scents, he goes, not only a scent could affect your mood, but it could also be not nostalgic as well, invoke
100%.
great memories. I agree.
Yep.
Dude, like think
100%.
about it. Like, did you guys ever go to bowling alleys like in the 80s and 90s?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like cigarettes, right? It's got that smell
yeah.
to it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I live in Colorado. You can't smoke in Colorado like anywhere public, but I'd love to open up an old school bowling alley and just pump cigarette scent into it.
Right. Right. Man, there's a company that's here, and they have a scent profile, and they have brass on it. I never had a oil with brass on it, and you could tell the brass. You could tell the brass is there. So
Yeah.
It was my first one. It was pretty good. So
Nice.
yeah.
Yep.
So what's new, Richard? What's coming up?
So we're working on a bunch of new scents right now. Like I said, we're always trying to make it just a little bit better
Right.
on butters or oils. So definitely gonna have probably 4 new scents coming out. I'm excited about the new day night scent, Bang Bang. We're gonna go with the other calibers as well. Clothing. Obviously, if my company gets big enough, I've explored, shampoos, conditioners, all those things. The challenge with that is obviously I wanted to go all natural. The challenge when you go to like a lotion, shampoo, or conditioner is the shelf life. And so I've went down that rabbit hole. If I went 100% natural, it's literally like a 1 to 2 week shelf life for shampoo and conditioner. So that's a problem, because they're going to need preservatives where you could have at least like a 6-month shelf life on it. So that stuff might have to be outsourced. It's very expensive. If I went to a third party company to produce that for me, you're talking about a $20,000 to $50,000 investment. And so, I'm probably going to just stick to doing small batches, small scents, merch, hats, all that fun stuff. I have all the equipment. I have industrial cosmetic equipment where I can make, I can make a soap. I can make, a solid cologne. That's something we explored. But I think I'm going to stick to the script and just keep coming up with new scents, make our merch, beef up our merch a little bit, and if we get to the point where, we have insane amount of money coming in, then we're going to start branching off to do all those other crazy things.
So your company's been live for selling how long again?
We started in March.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I mean, your prices are not bad. The oil is $19, and I mean, if you buy the combo, you get a little bit discount, $43.99, and for the 2 ounce butter is $24.99. So,
yep. I did. I think I saw on Instagram. Didn't you just have a new merch drop?
Yeah,
some new T-shirts.
Yeah, so I think we got. I forget the exact number, but I think we probably got 10 new shirts out. Yeah. Really cool shirts. Obviously, once we start getting into fall, I'm going to be doing hoodies. I'm going to do flannels, beanies, all the good stuff. And in my previous life, I've actually owned a printing company.
Right.
So all the shirts I actually make them 100% myself. I got the full operation at my place.
So hey, nice. I mean, so that's even better because you're saving the outsourcing.
Yeah.
So the only. Now, are you hot pressing it or the hot press print?
Yeah, so we have hat presses. I got access to embroidery. Okay. I mean, I got the hat that I gave Matthew. It's a PVC patch.
Yep.
Pretty badass.
So I see on your website you got eight different shirts and 2 hats. So I like some of the shirts are. They're nice. I only started using this that long ago. I don't use ball cap, but your website looks clean. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Your website is super clean because as soon as you open it, it jumps into the product, and I appreciate that because I had said this here a while back. Statistics says that if a person goes to see something on your website and they click more than 5 times, most of the time they won't buy nothing.
Yeah.
Because they lose the interest on it. They could be, even if they need it, they click on something more than 5 times, they're not going, and they don't find exactly what they're looking for, they won't buy it. And then, like I said, when you open it, as soon as you open it, it goes straight to the homepage where it shows all the product, the story, and the products and the price. That's something that, because everybody wants to see how much you're gonna pay. It's gonna cost them, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I like you got a subscription. You could do a subscription for a little bit of a discount. I like that. Speaking of hats, at work, I got to wear a work shirt and jeans. So the only place I can express is on the top of my head. What hat style do you use?
Those hats are Yupong. They're Yupong Classics.
Okay.
Those are the the best hats. People like Richardson hats, but I think the Yupongs are actually a better quality hat. It's a trucker hat.
Right.
I like every single hat out there, but those are the ones that I wear, and I like the shape of them. So
it's a
like
quality. It's a quality hat.
Yeah, the Yupon Classic is nice. I like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Are there snapbacks or
they're snapbacks?
Snapbacks.
Let me ask you about Romans 10:9.
Yes, sir. What do you want to know?
What was the choice for it?
Well,
I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love it.
Yeah. So we, my buddy, we're both Christians, but obviously we're not perfect Christians. But everyone's, working to be better. His wife is actually getting her doctorate. She's awesome as well. And I went through every single Bible verse on beards. That's initially what we wanted to find.
Right.
And there's probably like 5 or 6 of them out there, but nothing that would like kind of relate to what we're doing. And so I wanted something that started with the R because it goes with recoil. And so I found one in Romans, and it was a basic scripture where if you read it, you're going to Google it, and you read it, and it's the basic definition of if you want to follow Christ, there's all your information right there.
Right.
Yep, agreed. Good explanation.
All right, so we got another question from Jay Somers. He wants to know how many in the future, how many oils are you ready to drop tomorrow if you could, or would you just do a limited sense like 2 as a month? Just wondering.
I think at a time we'll probably drop 4 at a time.
Okay.
Like I said, it's still like a mom and pop shop. It's me and my buddy. That's all.
Right.
We're doing small stuff, and so we both got.
And listen, when you want to take your time, let the company be known, and
100%.
because you don't want to. It's easy on business, as you know. I've been there before. It's easy to become possessed by the business, right?
Oh yeah, and I want to do it right. If I'm going to drop a scent, I want to trial and error, have everybody sniff it, say, oh, this is solid. I don't like this. I don't like that. Tweak it, make it perfect before I even introduce it to the public.
Right.
And 4 at a time. I know there's a bunch of oil companies out there where they got like 50 different scents. Right. That's a lot to digest if you go to someone's freaking website. Right. So realistically, we'll probably drop 4 at a time, and then I'll probably remove some.
Right.
Remove some.
I mean, it just, and every company is different. It just depends how they, because I'm pretty sure even a big company, you might want to get rid of this product, but it's selling like hotcakes, right?
Yeah.
So you go to the you go to the dilemma. Okay, you say, in your head you say, okay, by next month I'm gonna cancel it and won't have it no more. But then people keep asking about it, and then when you make 10, 10, you sell 20, and you know what I mean. So I understand, and that's a situation. So let me ask you this, and then I ask Matthew and Baker, what is your favorite? Not just on, but what is your favorite scent to work with, and what is your least favorite scent to work with, in general?
I like bergamot, dude. And honestly, like I didn't even know what the name of the scent was, and so when I went down the rabbit hole on scents, my son is a cologne connoisseur. Right. This kid's got thousands of dollars in freaking cologne. So he put me onto this website where you could literally type in your favorite cologne and it will tell you what the scent profile is on that cologne. Mm-hmm. And so I started typing in all my favorite colognes that I like. And everything that I liked was very consistent. It was like bergamot. There's a lot of citrus notes in there, all these things like that, right? And so then that's what I figured out, like, hey, it's bergamot. And so that's probably my favorite scent profile.
Yeah. Nice. And so what is your least favorite? The one that you just hate to work with.
So it's necessary in some sense to make them work, but some of those like cedar woods and sandalwoods, ain't gonna lie, but sometimes to make the scents work, you need to add them in. Maybe it's a small ratio on your scent, but I'm not a fan completely.
Yeah, I'm the same with you. I mean, bergamot, I'm leaning toward more Bishop. A lot of my scents, now that I think about it, are more in the citrus realm.
Right.
Yeah.
I think what you're trying to say with like sandalwood is it has a smoothing effect. Right. Yeah. So it like takes some of the harshness out of your bergamot or something like that. So it smooths it out. So it's not that in your face, boom, citrus smell.
It has to be a small ratio if you apply it into your scent. It can't be the main scent.
Yeah. Right. And I definitely see like my scents collection or the ones that are in my current routine. I've gone away from the days of the wood chipper. I would say that's what I say on my website. I mean,
It's true.
now there's sandalwood in it, and I do pick up sandalwood scents, but I pick up back end of citrus, or like we just said, fireballs or something like that. It's not a constant straight sandalwood. Cedar to my skin is very abrasive. It causes my skin to break out. So if I use like a straight cedar, or maybe a 2-blend cedar where the cedar is a higher ratio, I'll start breaking out. I mean, I'll have like sores up under my beard because it's just too harsh on my skin.
Yep. What about you, Baker?
You know me, I'm not. I can't pick out what you guys pick out. Your noses are a lot better than mine. I know what I like to smell, and I said it before, the kind of barbershop, the things that kind of, make memories and stuff. I do like a little bit of citrus here and there, but if I'm going and I'm reaching and I know what it is, I'm hitting a barbershop, and not like the talky kind of barbershop, like more. There's some rum, I think, in there and stuff that they put. So, yeah, I like oud. Dave Born Bearded kind of got me into oud a little bit. I didn't know what that smelled like until he sent me a bottle that had not a lot, but had the ups of oud. Like the straight notes of oud. So I started to like that, and the only reason I know that word is because of Born Bearded.
Right. Yeah, it's I mean, one thing I gotta say, this community is super amazing. That you get the help. I mean, from company owners to other reviewers. I can't say enough about it. That's just the fact. It is. It is. I mean, you always get one bad apple that wants to be the star of every show, right? But for the most part, everybody's there. Everybody's helping each other. Yeah, checking on you, making if like look, that company owner that we just had in there earlier. If he would have not told me that my mic was sounding like shit, I wouldn't have known, right? I like the honesty. He introduced me to this new bad boy that I have right here, and I just decided to make the switch, right? But it's just how it is. It
is. I'll second that. It's a good community for someone like I told you in the beginning that 4 months ago I had no social media. I had no YouTube, no Facebook, no Instagram, no nothing. And my brother and I, on a whim, decided to start Heritage in Maine, start talking about beards. And over the last 4 months is welcome with open arms. Every bearded guy I talked to on Instagram, take Richard, for example. I reached out to Richard on a whim. I saw him scrolling through Instagram. I said, I kind of like this. I kind of like what he's got going on. Let me reach out to him. Richard instantly, and I said this in my review, instantly responded back and said, "Hey brother, I'm whatever you want to do, I'm here to support you." And he, from the beginning, nothing but top notch.
I agree.
Everybody I met, same exact scenario. Everyone's like, I'm blown away actually about the community. Same, man.
And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna take it even one step further, man. This is the guy that told me about the oil. I mean the microphone. That their company's called Bearded. That's it. He's this veteran owned. He's the guy that told me about the mic. Way nicer than that. But he also told me how to fix it, right? Because it's a father and son company, and the son is the one that's helping me because the son major on communications and all this stuff, so he knows his shit. Cool. I mean, I can't say no better than that. He knows when it comes to editing, talk, podcasting, he knows his shit. And and I gotta say this, Richard. I know this is your show, but look, you know why? It's the funny thing, like you said, like Kenny said about your show. You know, he saw you on Instagram, and he just attracted you. The same thing with me with that company. I saw their trailer for their YouTube channel, and it's super funny, man. I'm telling you, you go to his YouTube channel, and how they decide how him and his son are making the video about how they're gonna start a new company. It's super hilarious.
I'm checking it out for sure.
Yeah, it's super hilarious, and it's like I say, it's just one of them deals. He didn't have to tell me that, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it just, it's part of it. And it's the same thing with what I'm trying to do here in with Baker and Kenny. So Baker, he had a show. So when I started this, I was just a bystander watching Bearded Chief and Tactical Santa doing an Instagram live, right? And I was watching it. I reached out to Chief after the show. We were talking, and he said, "Hey man, if you want next Monday, when you join the show, let me know, and we will bring you in just to chat." I was like, "Okay." I was nervous as hell. I never done it, right? I bought me a little tripod out of Walmart. I was using my phone on Instagram. I did the first show, bro. I was hooked.
Oh yeah.
So he goes, "Hey, you did great. Next show, next Monday, if you want, pop in again, and we'll invite you." So when they pop in, and it say, if you want to join in, just hit it. I joined in. A few minutes later, I was in the show. I did it 4 shows. The fourth show, they asked me to be a permanent,
Oh yeah.
right? So I did the same thing with Baker, because it's all about going around, rotating around, but Baker, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Baker have a job, right? And sometimes he works on Saturdays, and even when he don't work, I have seen the 3 amigos, and I seen Be a Respect, where they have 3 hosts, right? And he works excellent on the side, right? And then I don't know where, man. Why I keep calling you Kenny?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to change my name up there to Kenny.
Yeah. So Matthew reached out to me out of nowhere, and it was like he asked me to be on the show. First of all, man, I was more than honored, because I am my show is little, right? I mean, I guess it's a little big, but so it never happened to me. And he said, yeah. And I was like, then I went to his website. He sent me a link. I looked at it. So I heard him. I know he knew what he was talking about. And then I told him, I said, hey man, let's chat tomorrow. Let's video chat tomorrow. We video chat. We just talk. And as soon as we started talking, like my brain was running, man. And I told him, and I told Baker, I said, my brain was running. I'm thinking already, all right, we could do this. We could, have a different name, right? For the show. So it's like, because it is, when you have 3 people, I guess the host, I mean the guests get better, better from all 3 sides, right? Because you could see different angles. So that's what I'm trying to do. That's what my goal is, right? So we'll see.
I did have something for you, Richard, real quick.
Yep.
Take your notebook out and write this down.
All right.
So for a scent,
Okay.
scentless. So I'm from Georgia. We do a lot of hunting. You need a scentless. I got a name for you.
All right.
The suppressor.
Ooh.
Dude.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna
They-
lie. I'm not gonna lie. I've thought of a scentless one just for hunting, because I have scentless filters, right?
Yep.
And I went down that rabbit hole to figure it out. Like, okay, shea butter still kind of has a scent to it. So
Yeah,
I got to
it does.
figure out something that doesn't have a scent, but I'm 100% down in suppressor. That's about as sexy as it gets, man.
That is a sick name for non-scent. Yeah, that is.
I'm on it. I'm on
And
it.
I got plenty of bearded hunting buddies that are looking when October or August, September rolls around. That's what they're looking for. They're changing from scents to scentless. And I thought of that the other night. I said, that's perfect for Recoil is suppressor.
And you know what's funny?
The carrier.
You know what's funny is they start at least almost a month before putting oil on themselves on the beer, like 30 days, almost 2 weeks to 30 days prior to that, because they want to make sure everything is out.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
All right, let me do some work on that. I think the carrier oils, I think they still have some type of scent to them. Maybe because I do have scentless deodorant that I use when I go hunting as well.
yeah.
So let me look on the back of that, see what kind of ingredients and what exactly they're putting in that, and then I'll work on that, and you'll be the first one to get some.
Hey, I
If
got
you
a
find
question.
if you find some test cases that you want us to test out, like I said, I got some good old Georgia boys that will definitely
That's my next mission. That's my next mission, man.
trial test it.
So let me ask you this one more scent. Have you ever thought about working with cognac?
Cognac.
Right.
I'm down.
There's
I'm down.
there's some companies out here. I'll name a few. Small. I know for the first one, out of the park, Small Town Tradition.
Yeah.
I will say, would you agree, Baker? He's the number one on cognac scents. If I was a company owner, this is how good I know them, and they're humble. They're Christian persons, and they're humble. If I had a company and I was wondering about cognac, I would reach out to them.
Hell yeah.
Honest.
I'm down with that.
They have this cognac pear, and I think they use bergamot on it too, bro.
Yeah.
Badass.
Hell yeah.
For sure. He have straight cognac. I mean cognac with fruit scents. He have cognac with not fruit scents. By fact, we working on one is with cognac, and I can't tell you nothing else because it's still in the work in progress. But we're working on one, and it should be coming out pretty good. But I got excited. Yes, I almost tell you what it was, but I can't because we don't know yet. You know.
There you go.
But it's my first that I'm working with, and it's pretty cool though. You know, it feels pretty cool, to be honest.
Nice.
So
nice.
But
So just a quick question, Matthew, because you're brand new, and Richard. I run a show. My show's based on the beard comp and the beard. Lost my mind, but beard comps and stuff like that. Have you guys been to any beard comps?
So there was one up in Wyoming. I believe it was Laramie. It was in 2022, I believe.
Yeah.
And I was working for the Department of Defense at the time, and I was going to go do the beard competition. I actually signed up. I did the whole thing. You have to register with some beard association. I did the whole 9 yards. I didn't get the day off, but I have not done one. But I did register.
So there's Copper John does one in Utah, right? They do something every year in Utah.
Florida.
But I thought they do one in Utah too, because that's where they're from.
They may.
Or it's I think it's Copper John and Kill Beard too. And it's closer to your neck of the woods.
Yeah, I mean, I'm totally down. I definitely need to get more Matthew Kennedy going.
Right.
But I know there was some categories,
the reason
like 3 or 4 inches or something.
Right.
I mean, I'm up for it.
Yeah, the reason I ask is I just went to Worlds and we're going to the Buckeye. It's a chance to meet some of these people that are in this chat one-on-one. It's nice interacting with people in the chat, but once you face them, I mean, you guys, you were a military man, and you kind of call them brothers, and
right.
They don't have this fake persona, just like internet fake persona. They're real people, and that's why I asked that question.
Right.
It's basically if you meet up with some of these people, and I met up with a whole ton of them at Worlds, and I hope a lot more at Buckeye.
Great.
Yeah. So we got one more question, and I start. He said he wants to know how long we'll be on growing our beer currently. So this is this one since the last trim is almost 2 years.
Yeah, and I think mine, I'll sit up so you can see it. So mine is approaching probably almost 3 years.
So I trim my beard every single week. And so I have grown it down to maybe here before, but it starts looking kind of white trashy.
Right.
And I'm working on getting the Matthew Kennedy going down. So I'm doing minimal trimming, letting it grow, fill out. You all see those beards where they get long and you can see through it. That's
Right.
Yeah.
what I want. So I'm letting it all slowly go, trim it up, keep a nice line. But I'm in my growing phase right now.
On your career, as what you doing besides the oil, you had to keep it. I mean, I understand. You got to keep it.
The artist I work for doesn't care. What I noticed though is I wear a collared shirt when I'm working.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you notice, like if you wear collared shirts, it's annoying as hell with the beard.
Right.
Yeah.
In the summer months, it's hot as hell. I'll be doing festivals and stuff like that. And so I'm done on tour at the end of October.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to let it go. So.
Right.
Nice.
What about you, Baker?
Well, my journey's a little different than a lot of people's. I've had this facial hair for like 10 years.
Right.
I used to trim, used to do stuff. My sides never grew in well, so that's why I'm a goatee. Now I'm trying to grow those back in to see how it looks and stuff like that. But I've had a goatee or a beard for the last 10 years.
Right.
This is the longest it's been. It's almost at 14. But yeah, it's a little different journey.
Right. Man, how many times, Matthew, have you thought about shaving it?
Over the last probably 4 months since I've started doing social media and internet, YouTube, stuff like that. So of course, if you check out Heritage of Maine, my brother had a beard that was 3 years old that he shaved back in March for a family wedding. And we're trying to get him back on the train to grow it back. But I've thought prior to the last 3 years, I've gone through phases. I'll just all of a sudden go in the bathroom one night and shave it off and let it grow back. But here over the last 4 months, it's kind of become a different animal.
Right.
I mean, once it gets to a certain point, I don't know if y'all are the same, but there's bearded people everywhere. I mean, I see them all over the place now, I guess, because I'm looking for them. But you get stopped. We go on vacation and there's people like, hey, which I mean is great interaction with people. I'll give them some beard oil. I'll give them a card or something like that. But as far as like getting stopped and somebody asking me about it, what products do I use? I mean, it's a what is it? It's an entry level. It's an opening door.
Yeah.
What is it?
I agree. So I definitely agree. All right, fellas, let's start final thoughts so we can start wrapping it up. Mr. Richard, let's start with you.
Yes, sir.
Final thoughts? Anything you want to say?
Final thoughts, I just want to thank you guys, for taking time out. Like I said, just in the few months that we've been doing this, the beard community, I'm just amazed by how welcoming everybody is, the people I've met. So I just want to tell you guys, thank you guys for having me. Anybody watching, if you guys want to check out my stuff, it's at recoilbeard.com. The second this thing turns off, I'm going to go ahead and do 20% off. Use the code Bishop. We'll get you guys all squared away. Wait for this thing to turn off. I get on my website, plug it, I'll get you guys all squared away. But thank you for having me. It's definitely an honor and a privilege.
All right, man. Definitely a privilege. Baker?
Definitely great. I can't wait to go on the website and see. You'll see an order soon. But it was great meeting you. It sounds like you're going in the right direction. Tomorrow I have my show. I have surprise guests happening. So turn on Sunday and come see who I have as a surprise.
Yep. And definitely, like I say, hey guys, I don't know if you heard after the show, Recoil, Bishop, You said Bishop 20.
We'll just do Bishop. Keep it simple.
Okay, Bishop. You go Bishop for a discount on your next order. Matthew, any final thoughts?
Just to you and Baker, appreciate the opportunity sitting in. To Richard, keep up the good work, man. I mean, you got it going on. If you want to, look us up on YouTube. Whoever's listening out there, Heritage in Maine, give us a subscribe, a like. We'd appreciate it. Like I said, just thanks for the opportunity.
Yep.
Awesome.
All I gotta say, Richard, I appreciate you being here. Thank you. Anything you need from me, from Baker, just let us know. Anything we could help you with. Baker, good luck tomorrow. I'll be watching. I'm intrigued of find out who's gonna your special guest. Matthew, I appreciate you sitting down. It kind of went pretty good. What I expected. I hope you could be here next Saturday. It'd be an honor if you could come in next Saturday and be a co-host too. And everybody in the chat, I really appreciate it. Hit that like, subscribe. I'm trying to get to the 200 subscribers. I'm gonna do 2 big mystery boxes. One is gonna be soon, and then the other one when I hit the 200. So you guys have a good one. Stay bearded, and I appreciate it.